everyone, nice to meet you. Today is a very exciting day to me because the queue numbers are out. And I can honestly speaking, this is I would say it's very exciting because it's been so long since the Lumina game was launched and we are actually encountering the same experience like what we are facing at the Lumina game. So I would say that I have 4 buyers on hand now and very excited for them because they are ready buyers and also sincere buyers. It also relies on the luck whether they are actually can proceed to get the preferred unit that they want. So are you ready for the booking day? Are you ready for the price release? Let's check it out now. Okay, to start with, I would like to give a big shout out to all my viewers and subscribers. Thank you so much for viewing my video. This is actually my first video sharing about a review of a particular project, and honestly speaking, I really love EC a lot. So thank you so much, and I hope you all have a better understanding about EC market as well as this particular Novo Place. One thing I will have to say is that Novo Place is something that will give me a very deep impressions. Later I will share with you more in details. Okay, so and also for the past 2 weeks ever since I launched this video, I must say I have to give a thank you to all my colleagues: Eileen, Terence, Brandon, June, Perry, Esther, Messi, James, Serene, Freddie, Joey, and even Nicholas for supporting me, allowing me to tag for your clients so that I can share the beauty of EC market. And thanks for remembering me. And also Lala, who is also my clients. I understand Lala is also quite keen in the project, but sometimes it also depends on your preference. One thing I would like to thank is actually developer, as the prices are really helpful to buyers, and it's also easier for me to differentiate the differences and reason why the prices are given such way. And this is the video I want to share with you how the price strategy we can look out for. The next one, I want to actually give a respect to those colleagues who actually made this video. It is my first video sharing about the Novo Place, and I really realized that it was not easy, but overall it is enjoyable. So please give a like, comment, or even subscribe. All these are really a good motivation for us to keep on going. After meeting few clients, going through the eligibility and financial planning, it's unfortunate that they could not go ahead with it. But this experience really makes me realize that it's very important to plan ahead of your future housing plan. You may not like this project, is fine, but you must at least know whether you are eligible and how much cash fund you can go for if you find your dream house. What if there is such a rare opportunity comes into your door but you are not ready to proceed? Don't you find a miss about that? So please remember to plan ahead for the next upcoming EC, and this shall be the next hot EC next year in 2025. As usual, I love EC. EC what lah? This is my slogan, and I'm passionate about executive condos, which is EC, because they align perfectly with key factors like affordability, layout, convenience, and even growth potential. While ECs involve more paperwork and time than private properties, I believe in their value. That's why I say EC what lah? If you are an EC owner watching this video right now, know that whenever I say EC what lah, I'm wishing you for your EC value to go to what lah. Before we dive into the analysis, here is a quick 20-second break. I want to highlight that next year, we might see more than one executive condo project launching. Mainly is Tampines EC and Tengah EC. If you are planning ahead of this project, please drop me a message because we are getting more accurate information soon. And I believe with all this info, you will surely not lose out. You might price out, but not lose out. Aside from the recent Chuang Park and Emerald Garden, there are some exciting mega projects in the Tampines area that are generating significant interest. We have received an overwhelming response to both of these, and next in line for launch are Navagrove, Emerald Garden, and Novo Place. I would also like to highlight that Oriole and Park Town are slated to launch next year. After a quick analysis of their areas, I have noticed that these two projects are quite close to each other. As someone based in the West, I'm personally excited about this development, especially considering how well Treasure and Tampines and Place EC have been performing. So this is the information that have comes in mind, and I would like to actually share with you these two projects. Do drop me a text if you want to find out more about these two projects. I can give you a quick check on the eligibility, financial planning, as well as unit analysis. And always don't plan to fail. Don't fail to plan. Both projects are conveniently located near MRT stations and top schools, making them great options for home buyers and investors. If you are considering these upcoming projects, please feel free to drop me a message and I will add you to the VVIP slots list and you can get first-hand updates. Here is the recent news reported yesterday, thanks to my colleague Yao Ming. Straits Times explained a big chunk of reasons why EC still differentiates the West. Out of the reasons, I highlighted two key points. One is no ABSD. Another is deferred payment scheme. Throughout the past 2 weeks, many interested buyers are from young couples or with kids. This is very important to them as they prioritize kids' convenience. Hence, if you are staying in HDB now and you are not ready to move yet, we have 3 grace periods will be very helpful to you, so that you can settle down with your kids' education first before upgrading to a condo. Similarly, here is what the EC shared about the prices for the existing and upcoming condos. As the prices are going up, I'm pretty sure the price will be higher than the existing ones. And this is the differences of the OCL project as well as the EC prices. So you can see that the price gap in between both of them is actually close to about 600 PSF. So do you think EC has a capital goal behind it? Let me know your thoughts. Here is the contents that I will be sharing with you in this video. Firstly, I actually love to do unit analysis. Since young, my dad always bring me to see show flat and share with me how he analyzed the unit based on the price and the potential growth. Over the years, I have witnessed what is the usual high demands from buyers looking at this particular project for units as well as the price potential growth. So the first one I will be talking about is the booking flow, especially for those who are interested in EC or for those who have balloted for this project. Let me share with you how the booking flow looks like. It's very important, especially for second-timer who are actually balloting for this project. Next, what are the 3 key concerns raised by most buyers over the past 2 weeks, which I will actually share with you later? Which levels are the price jump by 10,000 plus, and which that should I consider? Here are the 3 key concerns raised by the buyer. The first one actually starts with the car park issue that only allocated for 50%. The second one is the facing temple. That is only for one side that is facing the north area. And the last but not least is facing the side MRT track. So for the first car park issues, I will share with you at the later slide. But for facing temple, you can always check out on these videos, my recent videos that I have taken videos of an example of how the HDB views the temple. Will the units next to temple be your alternative choice, given that you only have less than 350 units for 3 bedrooms? And last but not least is the side MRT track, which I will touch on later. As technology advances, we must ask, are we ready for self-driving cars? Countries like China are already improving accessibility with technology, making life easier. With global warming and traffic congestion, it's worth considering whether we should continue increasing car park spaces, especially with rising car ownership costs. In places like Tengah, with 42,000 homes, the impact on traffic and the environment should be a key factor to government. So I understand that many buyers still rely on cars for convenience, like fetching kids from enrichment classes, but developers are addressing these with more amenities like daycare centers and MRT access. The URA decisions to reduce parking spaces in these executive condos aligns with the vision of smoother traffic and better integration with future technologies like self-driving cars. This could be a step towards more efficient transportation options. Ultimately, whether you prioritize parking or public transport depends on your lifestyle. There is no one-size-fits-all solution. It's about finding what works the best for you in terms of convenience and pricing. So this is the statistic, I would say the newspaper actually shown by the Straits Times, highlighting that the ULA is going to implement few AVs vehicles that can allow smooth traffic congestions. In fact, we will have few shared vehicles such as cars, cycling, or even demand services such as shelters. So I believe in the next few years, government will still try to encourage people to use lesser cars. So as COE are actually increasing, people are still buying cars. So if you are a developer looking at the car ownerships are getting more, how do you curb people from getting cars? Well, car park is the right choice to actually solve the problem. Will there be future projects facing lesser car park space? But past few 10 years, most of the condos are 1-for-1 car park. Only like the past 10 years, most of the condos are catered to 80%. Right now, I would say this is my first project that I've seen that only caters to 50%. I agree that the buyers out there might not want it because of the car park issues, but I can certainly tell you that this car park could be the solutions to help reduce the car usage. And if this actually works, what do you think for the next upcoming projects? Will the developer or even governments try to encourage people to use lesser cars by reducing the car park lots? Let me know your thoughts. Okay, let's move forward to this booking flow for tomorrow. Something very excited for everyone here who are balloting for this project. So to start with, one thing for sure I really like about first timer is that you can actually achieve any booking at any time, starting from tomorrow. But for second timer, you are only entitled up to 30% to buy a unit. So that's what does this actually means. This actually means that out of 104 units, only 151 units can be booked by second timer. So if your number is when about 200 to 300, do you think you have the chance? My answer is yes, you have the chance. Do come, because you never come, you confirm no chance. You got come, you got at least 50% chance. Because if let's say your number is 200, and the number first to 199 actually comprises of first and second timer. So long as there are many first timer in the front, then you will have the chance to book the unit. Okay, so in other words, right, please try to come because we have about 360 units for 3 bedrooms. So if a lot of first timer bought the unit, right, even if you are ranked at about 200, you still have the chance. Otherwise, you can always go through this wonderful experience after 1 month to ballot again, and remember to pray to God and make sure you have the good number. By the way, today is 2/15 also, so for those who actually want the good number for tomorrow, remember to pray hard. So, and also contact me for eligibility chat as well if you want to go through the second round next month. Okay, regarding to the MRT concern, this information is given by developer. And do note that developer and I are not liable for the accuracy because only one who knows is the government. They actually built this MRT duct. So how high is the MRT duct? Approximately up to 4th floor. But you don't forget there is another train in the top. So you may have to estimate best floor is about 8th floor and above to overlook it. And also, what I heard from them is that this track, right, is not a normal track. It is an electric MRT train, so the noise level should be much more lower. So if you want to really concern about privacy, then you can choose other units that are more quiet, which I will share with you later. Okay, are you ready for this amazing slide, which is price release for this project? So what are the units that you must know and what are the levels that have actually rare price jump? Let's check it out. Okay, to start with, one thing I want to highlight is this developer because I realized that I haven't touched on this developer background. So these are the projects done by the developer called Hoi Hub Realty as well as Sunway Developer. So if you look at the projects that they have done, right, one project I really love is Key Residence because it is surrounded by forest, super atas exclusive kind of feeling at Clementi, 999 years leasehold. The next parcel that will be coming out is actually the next door behind Novo Place, which we call it as a parcel B. That could be launched next year. Do drop me a text if you want to keep a lookout for this one. So the other two famous project is the Continuum, which is at the east side, and they have achieved awards for landscape residence. Same for Terra Hill, which is Sustainable Developer Awards. Okay, these are the show flat models that I want to highlight to you in case you haven't seen this show flat. One thing I really like about developer is that how thoughtful this developer is. For instance, other than the balcony screen that I shared with you earlier in the previous video, we also have these cabinets provided by the developer. Also, one thing I really like about it is actually the extra window in the bathroom, and this bathroom is located in the kitchen. It is common to have windows in the common bathroom, but it's very abnormal to see a small water closet in the kitchen has window. Same for the common corridor, which is very special. One thing I like about this project is that it's very rare, special to see developer has actually do in this kind of design. Do note that this is actually not an ID treatment. This is something that the developer actually do a big hollow here so that you still can ensure very good high difference. And well, this area is meant for piping storage. So you can see that with every part of the corner, including the exterior facade, developer is very thoughtful and they really want you to enjoy the space out of it while not paying any unusable space from the AC ledge. So this Novo Place is the first EC after harmonization. Moving forward to the Novo Place unit type, so these are the 3 bedrooms that can count up to 360 units, while the rest of them is 4 bedrooms. Let's check out the unit analysis with price now. Okay, so let's look at the updated site plans based on URA master plan. Basically, this is the updated one that I want to share with you. Here is the new BTO just located outside the entrance of Novo Place. Does it really matters to you even though the facing doesn't really look towards it? Yes, it could be because we could have some coffee shop or supermarket below this HDB flat. But that also depends on how government wants to implement. But one thing for sure is that this north facing is actually facing the worship that builds up to 5th floor, and you have to actually check out the video that I have shared with you earlier to see whether you are comfortable with the distance apart. But after the worship, this is actually the 4th floor of the car park lot. So anything above 8th floor is really safe because you could have a very big distance apart from other blocks from HDB. Similarly for this side, which is the south facing, because this is actually facing the upcoming condos that is also owned by the same developer. But one thing for sure is that in the long run, this facing will be more quieter as compared to this side because it's not facing any future construction other than upcoming condos. So one thing I really like about this project is that the location of here is actually near the dead end. That means to say any vehicles that drive in will be limited to those owners who are staying in this area. So you will still encounter lesser noise, and that means to say you could have a very good privacy space located at the corner. Okay, let's move on to the 3 bedroom types comparison that I have actually shared with you in the previous video. What I want to re-highlight about this layout is that all 3 bedrooms comprise up to 360 units. If your number queue is less than 360 units, high chance you could get it for first timer. Second timer depends on luck, and that we will only know on the booking day tomorrow. All the units ceiling height is 2.7 meter, including the penthouse. So I won't say it's a penthouse, I would say it's a top floor. So let's check it out from the next slide. Hey, this C1 offers good value for 3 bedrooms, 2 bath options. I have highlighted key factors for you, especially if you are looking to avoid the west sun. There are plenty of choices. Overall, C1 has several favorable features across most units, With a budget of up to 1.5 million for deferred payment scheme, you will have a broad selection from these 126 units. Just keep in mind, availability may depend on a bit of luck. So you can look at this site plan together with the so-called the numbers of stats over here. You can see which one will match the check according to your preference. And we have a total of about 126 units for your choices. With the 18th floor as the highest point, now is the ideal time to strategize around pricing. My assumptions from previous videos are all right except step 2 and 14. Interestingly, they put step 2 as the most premium. If you do not mind the side MRT track, you will achieve more privacy views as compared to step 2. Not forgetting, it is corner unit and might be more windy to your house. Step 1 is likely to become one of the most popular choices before units start selling out. Most levels increase price by about 5 to 6,000, except for the 8th and 15th floor that actually give you the best. Most levels increase in price about 5 to 6,000, except for the 8th and 15th levels. To help you compare, I will be highlighting certain stats that I believe offer the best value. Keep in mind, prices may change even after launch day. If you would like to have a detailed pricing on specific units, feel free to message me. So the lowest price starting from level 8 across the stats. The first one actually is step 8 and 12, which is located beside the temple. So anything above 8 is still the safe, so I will say the cheapest price for that is 1.373 million. Moving forward to step 18, which is located here near the side gate. Step 22 and 26, this one is much more quiet because it's facing the upcoming condos. And last two will be step 2 and 14. So if you are someone who prioritizes the quietness, you can opt for step 22 as well as step 26. Moving forward, if you are left with the choices for higher levels such as level 15 with across all the stats, what I noticed that step 8 and 12 has about 36,000 difference from step 22 and 26. So one is actually facing the temple, another one is facing the upcoming EC. So looking at the differences are so big, and I personally feel that having these stats will be much more preferred because this one is higher floor at 15, which is literally can't see any temple or any car parks. So in fact, you can still enjoy a very good space windy from this facing. But if you have 8 floor available at step 22 and 26, I will feel that you can opt for step 22 and 26 because the price gap in between for both of them is about 5,000 only. So if you are left with the choices for lower floor at step 22 and 26 and higher floor at step 8 and 12, I would definitely go for step 22 and 26 because 8th floor for such facing, you are paying about less than 5,000 for this unit, which is really a good deal. Looking at C2 overall is one of the most desirable choices with numbers that really meet the key criteria. Just to clarify, I made a small adjustment from my last video. I missed step 9 in my initial review. So here is the updated selections. We have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 stats available for C2 and price range between 1.389 million to 1.536 million. And the layout of Novo Place C2 is similar to nearby condos. Therefore, choosing the right unit here can really make it stand out even among other condos. I would like to highlight step 27 and 23 specifically because they offer a unique sense of quiet and privacy facing outwards at a more attractive price point. So when it's 23 and 27 is over here, that is the one that is facing upcoming EC. So despite potential new developments nearby, these stats offer the privacy I know many of you value. So these are the factors that I come up with. You can check it out based on your priorities, which one you like more, then you can judge based on your price range. Similar to C2, C1 has a similar price jump margin. Personally, I prefer step 23 and 27 for their quieter positioning, and the prices are around 20,000 less than steps 5 and 9 on level 8. At higher levels, there is about a 20,000 difference between units facing the temple and those facing the future condos. I will lean towards the units facing the condos for better privacy and access. Also, the overall pricing here is relatively appealing, making this that strong options. For C3 layout, this is the most popular high demand among the interested buyers. Deferred payment scheme 3 plus study 947 square feet. We have a range of 1.507 million to 1.656 million. Out of the 5 stats for C3, only 2 don't face west. If you are looking for a balanced option, not too cheap or not too pricey, stat 6 and 10 are safer choices. So this is stat 6 over here and 10 is over here. And if you are okay with some west sun exposure, stat 28 offers the lowest price for C3. Also, stat 28 has unique appeal with no direct facing neighboring block. So this is a good potential for future growth, and that's actually stand out the most of the C3 in this project. The prices actually range from 1.57 to 1.659 million. Here is the 4-bedroom D2 layout. One update I would like to mention is that this particular wall is not hackable. The layout still showcases its best features like the walk-in wardrobe, wider landscape living, and the decent room size. I also noticed that although there is an RC latch, there is an AC latch beside it, allowing for a half-height window. This is my updates to you. So let's look at the show flat model over here. So that is why I actually noticed that although there is an RC latch, we actually have an AC latch located beside it. So this is for the 4th bedroom with half-height windows. Keep in mind, AC latch isn't part of the strata size. If you are looking for full-height windows in every room, feel free to reach out and I can recommend nearby condos with that particular feature. So here comes the D1 analysis. What I want to actually share with you is that this D1 4 bedrooms with 1012 square feet price range from 1.629 million to 1.775 million. One good thing about this D1 analysis is that there are only 2 units available, so creating a very high demand for this project. So my prediction turned out to be correct. With only 36 units available, it's a limited offering, considering that the price difference between both stats at the same level is about 30,000, which represents less than 2%. I believe stat 21 is still the safe option to enter. However, personally, I will still lean towards the stat 17 due to the added privacy it offers. So if you look at the whole overall site plan, stat 17 is the only D1 units or even 4 bedrooms units that is not facing any units in front of your balcony. So that is the privacy that you may want to look out for. So what are your D2 priorities? D2 actually come with the price range of 1.833 million as well as 2.027 million, estimated about 2 million. Overall, stat 19 is the best premium price. I like the prime number stat 19, sounds good to me also. Anyway, most of the units are facing pools. What differentiates among them is the quietness. Stat 11 and 13 as well as 16 are facing lap pool, whereas stat 15 and 20 are facing the family pool. Of stats 11, 15, 16 and 20 is very interesting because they are all priced the same. This gives you the flexibility to choose based on the facing you prefer. For example, if you prefer a view of kids' pool, whereas you can easily keep an eye on your children while they play, stats 15 and 20 are ideal. Since they are priced the same, you might want to go for stat 20, okay, as the balcony view is slightly further. On the other hand, if you are interested in the lap pool but want to avoid the afternoon west sun, stat 16, okay, could be the good options, this one. It offers a side pocket views. Maybe, well, it's not guaranteed, it's worth considering. The space in front of the balcony is also slightly wider, which could be an added bonus. Ultimately, this is just my perspective. Feel free to decide based on the preference, and I would love to hear your thoughts in the comment. Cheers! So in conclusion, whoever actually put the ballots number, I wish you all good luck for tomorrow booking day. One thing I want to share is that you must always pray hard for best lucky number. Although some may prefer 随缘, but I would say sometimes this kind of decision is very important as it shall be the biggest investment in your entire life. So picking the right choice, what you need, what project is very important to you because this is for your future retirement plan. Next, for those whose number is more than 200, just come because you never try, you confirm don't have the chance. If you have tried, you may have the chance and we will be there to assist you. Next one is actually so-called if you miss this chance, okay, I can say that they might have some available units in Novo Place because of the particular 30% allocation. I believe there are good units out there after 1 month. So please reach out to your preferred agent or you can always contact me for exclusive analysis as the price may change. It will confirm revise again, and if you want to understand more about the balance units with best price, you can always contact me. I will give you the exclusive analysis. Last but not least, I love EC. EC what lah? Do remember to like, subscribe and comment, and feel free to actually contact me if you want to know more about EC. The last but not least, which I want to share with you, the upcoming condos next year, especially EC, for those who are interested in EC, for those who love EC and want EC to what, please also contact me. We have these 2 projects over here called Oriole of Tampines as well as Plantation Close. These 2 projects may add up to about 1,003 units available for you. Now it's not about whether you want to have it or not as compared to private new launch. It's all about your eligibility as well as your financial analysis. If you have both checked out, then you are more or less ready to try on your 50% lot to secure your unit. I love EC. Don't plan to fail, yeah?